Okay, so we're going to talk about how to organize your work when solving equations. So you should be, if you're watching this, you should be pretty confident in how to solve equations. And right now we're just going to work on making sure your work is shown well. So what I'd like you to do in this video is, while you're taking notes, please pause as much as you need to so that you can get your work on your paper down so it looks like mine. Okay, so our first example is going to be 3x plus 5 equals 82. This isn't the most complicated equation to solve, but I'm gonna show you how I want you to show your work. Okay? First off, if you like to do your calculations on paper and nodding your head, that's great. I want you to draw a line on your side of your paper. So you're gonna use this area over here as your scrap paper, your extra work, your calculations, okay? It's not part of solving equations, okay? So, if you're going to solve this, you know you need to minus 5 from both sides, okay? So, if you need to figure out what 82 minus 5 is and you want to write it out, do that over here, okay? So, 12 minus 5 is 7, so the answer is 77. Okay, so now you're left with 3x is equal to 77. You're now going to divide by 3. You can use a division sign or just a line is fine. So x is equal to 77 divided by 3. And there's your answer. Okay, if you would like, some of you like to do this, if you would like to draw a line down at your equal sign, that's absolutely fine. Right? So that you know that whatever you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other, right? Divide by 3, divide by 3. Some things I want you to notice here. I am working vertically always, okay? I am also writing both sides of the equation each time, right? Does that make sense? And then notice I circled my answer, okay? Okay, we're now going to try another more complicated example just so that you can see what happens to the work. So, again, be sure to pause as we go so that you get your notes to look right. So if we have a complicated problem like this, 2x minus 7 plus 8 thirds x is equal to 7x minus 1. Okay, so there's our equation. We're going to draw a line here. So we can do all of our work over here. So I'm not going to do this step by step. So the first thing I'll do is distribute. I like to draw the rainbows. You're welcome to. Okay. And again, notice that even though all I did was this distributing part, I wrote the whole thing out. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is combine my like terms. So I'm going to take, right, I'm going to deal with my 6x and my 8 thirds x, okay? Now this means I need a common denominator. So over here, I'm going to do this. This is what I need to add, right? Hopefully that makes sense to you because we're adding 6x and 8 thirds x. So I'm going to make a common denominator. I'm going to add 18 plus 18 is 26 thirds, okay? Again, all my work is done over here, not messing up my equation. So now I'm going to write my next line, right? And we'll use another color just so you can see the difference see each step kind of as we go. So we're going to do 26 over 3x minus 21 equals 7x minus 1. Okay? I think what I'm going to do now, and you can decide how you want to do this, is I want to add 21 to both sides. Right? Okay, so now I have 26 thirds x equals 7x plus 20. Okay? Now I'm going to minus 7x. I'm going to minus 7x. Okay, this work I'm going to do over my work. So I want 26 over 3 minus 7, which is 21 over 3. So I get 5 over 3. So what I'm left with here is 5 thirds x equals 20, right? Okay, so now when I think about this, I want to divide by 5 thirds x on both sides, right? Because this 5 thirds is attached. So I'm going to divide by 5 thirds, divide by 5 thirds. okay? So I now need to do my work. So I'm running out of room here, but hopefully you'd have a better piece of paper here. So I'm going to do, sorry, let me extend my little box here. So 20 divided by 5/3 is 20 times 3/5, which is 60 over 5, right? Which reduces to 12. So I've done my work over here. So I'm going to say x is equal to 12. Final answer. Okay? Notice how much room I took up. All my calculations are over here, right? And then here is my equation. Ideally, this x minus 12 would be below. I ran out of room because I'm limited by my screen. You have a lot more room on your paper. Okay? So I hope that that is helpful. And this is, just so you know, this is the expectation for how you should show work in this class for solving your equations.